good? What's good, you guys? Welcome back to season 2.
What's up, y'all? New season, new backdrop, new everything, girl.
New set, you guys. What do you think? Let us know in the comments, girl.
We got some donuts, too.
We're kicking
Happy Friday or Thursday, whenever you're watching this, girl.
Girl, we got donuts today because we were like, first of all, we're back. Let's, talk about the elephant in the room, us. We're literally back after a month of a break. And you know what, girl? A lot has happened. It's crazy. Like, we're in the new year now. 2023, bitch. New set.
Listen up. If y'all listen to us on Apple Podcasts, you guys need to tune in on the video because y'all are missing out. We got a whole studio, girl.
We have
It's giving reality. No, I was going to say reality show. It's giving
talk show.
Giving talk show, girl.
I love it. Let's talk about like how we planned this because, you guys, we really wanted to upgrade our set. We were like, season 2, bitch. First of all, with season 1, I feel like we could have gone out a little more, but we just kind of like threw it together. And we were like, for season 2, we really want to like up it up a little bit. Get Luis in here, our brother Elegante Events too. Like,
shout out to Elegante Events.
Shout out to Elegante Events. Shout out to my dad. They put all this together, guys. And we were like, we need a set. Like a set where like we wanted to take it to the next level, but also still be like cozy vibes.
It's giving Universal Studios for sure, girl.
It's not Universal Studios.
Where's the tour bus? Imagine pulling out, bitch. What's going on?
Bitch. You guys, you wouldn't even believe this, y'all, but this is the same exact set that we did season 1 on, but we actually had a wall. Right here, down this middle of, like right here, we had this wall and we knocked it over. And this other room had storage and we knocked it over and we built this set, y'all.
Oh my God, you guys.
She feels like a fucking talk show host.
She's a studio.
She's a fucking talk show host.
Oh my God. So I don't know. And you guys, we still want to keep it chill. It's still a podcast. We're not like leveling up. I mean, we kind of are. Boss up, bitch.
Boss up, bitch.
Y'all,
it looks
boss
way
up.
Better,
no, for real. I love it. But it's a studio, you guys. So the pressure's on, girl. I'm feeling a little nervous. We got a whole audience here.
We have an audience of
people. Now people really thinking it's a whole audience.
No. We have an audience of 4 people, and it's usually like just us and Crystal, and like or sometimes they'll beat that too. And so it's just usually just like very cozy vibes. But today, I feel like we have a whole ass audience.
I don't know, you guys. Tickets coming soon.
We don't have an actual audience.
No, you guys. It's not. It's our family. But girl, I'm hungry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go in.
Go off. We got donuts, guys. But we're so excited.
What's your favorite donut, girl?
The one you're eating is my favorite. The maple. I didn't even know what it was called. I used to think it was coffee donuts.
It's not coffee?
No, it's maple.
What's maple?
Is it maple, right? Yeah. I don't know what's maple about it, but I used to think it was like the coffee donut growing up, like the long
tastes
one.
Like coffee.
The long one with like the brown on top, like not the chocolate, but that one. Yeah, the maple. I heard recently it's called maple.
The chocolate one's really good too. The other one, the one that has like the crumbs on top, is bussin' too. Which one's that one?
She's cute. She's kind of underrated.
She's like cinnamon vibes.
She's something cinnamon.
She's underrated. She's really good.
I didn't like her when I was a kid, but now like she's
my
good.
Favorite.
She's cute. Yeah.
I don't like the coconut one.
Coconut.
The coconut shred stuff. She's not giving.
It's not giving, girl. I like that one. I love the chocolate ones. Anything frosted, I'm here for. I'm here for her. The sugar ones, absolutely gorgeous. But we were like, you know what? Let's bring in some donuts, girl. Good morning.
Oh my God, motherfucking morning. Oh shit, girl.
Bitch, setting up for this set today was,
girl. We got here at 11. Let me just pull up my phone real quick, girl.
Girl, we're about 2 hours late because we had to set everything up. Yeah, we had to set everything up. Okay, so
the setup was here already.
Yeah,
the mics and everything,
the lights. Like we were having really like a lot of issues with getting the light in here right. Like it was like I was either too washed out, Mayra was too dimmed down. Like it was just like So we got it together.
Yes,
and now we're here.
We're here a couple hours later, and
it's been.
And you know what? It looks pretty. I mean, iconic. I don't know if we could level up more than this, honestly.
I think this might be our set for a while. We were so nervous that you guys were not going to like it. We were. I'm still nervous about it.
Girl, not the comments dragging us to shreds.
No, because this is the thing. We still want to be very like cozy vibes and we want to have real conversations. We're not leveling up in a way where like we're having like scripted shit. Like we're not at all. Like it's still going to be like our real conversations that we have. We just wanted to level up our studio and make it more cute and stuff.
We leveled up, girl.
I've always loved like talk shows and stuff. So we thought about like the table. We thought it was really cute.
It's just iconic, girl. Like, this is a whole set. I don't even know how to act right now. I feel like we're a little stiff. Let's listen
I
up
got a little
girl.
nervous when I was starting, and I think it's because it's been literally a whole month.
I think it's a set, girl. It's intimidating. I'm like, this is a talk show. Like, this is not a regular podcast. I'm scared.
It's a little bit intimidating, and I'm like literally reminding myself like actively right now, like, bitch, just talk like you do on the podcast. But it's also been a month, Mayra, so that's why it feels like the pressure. I'm like, bitch, there ain't no cuts here, girl. So let's
there ain't never been cuts, girl. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. But I think it's been a whole ass month.
So who's gonna eat some donuts? Because I'm going the fuck off, girl.
Go off, girl. I'll get some right now. It's because I had some of my drink. I got some protein in here, girl.
So happy New Year.
Happy New Year 2023. Okay, guys, so we obviously have been gone for a month, and we're looking forward to the new year and stuff, but we could talk about, give them an update, if you follow us on Instagram, what's been happening, guys. But the new year started out rough. Let's keep it 100. Y'all already know we talk about real shit on here, good or bad. And of course, we don't want to bring down the episode. We want to have a fun and exciting episode, but we want to talk about stuff that really did happen in our life. And the year started out fucking rough, especially for you.
The year ended rough, girl.
The year ended very, very rough.
I was just listening to our last episode. I was like talking about how it was such an amazing year, literally, because the year before that was like literally hell for me. And everything was going so well. And it's almost like the year could not be good for me. It had to end like abruptly, like literally a day before New Year's. Yeah, I don't want to get into it at all. I do not want to get into it. But Handsome passed away. He was literally my dog that I had for 10 years. Yeah. I'm still going through it, girl. So I don't want to talk about it because I am done with these damn tears. We need to, a goal that I have this year is like, I'm tired of my life being a sob story.
Period, queen.
I'm still going through it though. Obviously, it hurts, but also I'm just like, I feel like, sometimes you just can't be attracting all this like negative energy, girl. That weighs you down. But I did want to acknowledge him because he was literally my child. This dog was my child.
Yes, Handsome, guys. Like, if you know us in general, if you've ever watched our vlogs, Handsome was in our life for years, even before we started YouTube. So it was really hard. It still is really hard, very hard. But we're trying to, have a positive episode, and you have your positive days and stuff too. But the year did started pretty fucking rough.
Yeah, the year, literally the day before New Year's. It was the day before New Year's Eve. So it was just like, great.
Like, what the fuck?
And last year I didn't do anything for New Year's Eve. So this year I was like looking forward to it. And then like, oh my goodness. But also, like I said, I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in being like, what the fuck is going on? And like, I'm, so much shit's happening, I can't get a break, but I'm like, you can't think like that. Like, I don't want to keep attracting that like negative energy, you know?
And how you said you don't want people to think it's a sob story, but this is some real shit. Like, for real. Like, oh my God. And I hate, you know what I hate? That people are afraid to express their grief towards their animals, towards their pets, because a lot of people don't get it. You know what I mean?
That's another reason too. I'm like, I think it's a weird topic.
Most people understand like in our DMs, but I mean like in general, like the general population, like it's almost hard to like really express like your real feelings towards that, because a lot of people are just like,
I was crying, the same way I cry for my son, because he is, my dog is someone that I had for 10 plus years, literally the most spoiled little dog, slept with me, woke up with me, was like
literally the most spoiled dog I've met in my life. Like you guys, we used to joke all the time that Handsome was not a dog, that he was a human. He was trapped in a dog.
He's a cutie.
Because literally we would joke about it all the time, because he literally behaved like a human being.
Yeah.
He would literally follow you to the bathroom, girl. He was literally like attached to you like gum.
Yes, he was.
So it was really, really fucking heartbreaking.
So, that's something that I'm like struggling with, because I'm like, he was so attached to me, and it makes me so sad, like how it happened. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like also, I feel like I've already like, I'm so open about everything that I truly don't want to be defined as this girl with fucking bad luck, and just does that make sense? So like, I feel like I don't want to be like I don't want my life defined as a sob story, because that's what it's been. So I'm like, okay, like what the fuck? Like, yeah, it's like draining, but I'm also like, I gotta make the best out of it. I cannot let this shit drag me down again. Because I already know what that's like to go through like the whole grieving. Like I'm still grieving my son, but I'm like, okay, girl, like now I know the process of that, and I'm gonna grieve handsome for who knows how long. But the point is that I've already been through like some really fucked up shit in my life that I'm like, okay, I know the process of it and it's gonna be shitty, but like I know the process, and I know that in the future, like I'm gonna be able to like probably talk about him. Like right now I could talk about it without being like breaking down, you know. Like if we had turned on the cameras like you know, a week after, I would have been like, even then, because we were like trying to figure out like how are we going to film this podcast when I was so down.
I was having conversations, you know, behind the scenes with our team, and I was like, guys, I don't know how the fuck we're going to come back to season 2 when it was really fresh, you know, because I was like, I'm going to probably bring on like a guest for now, because like I knew it really fucking like hit you.
No,
like,
it
hardcore.
did, yeah. I know, and just because I wanted to like bring it up quick and move on, I'm not saying that it didn't affect me. Like,
oh, 100%.
It did, 100%. I'm just saying like, it's a new year and different mindset.
You don't want to bring that to like everything.
I had so many goals for this year prior to that if I had let it get to me, like all those goals would be like out the window. So I'm like, okay, it's still a new year, you know. I'm trying to like keep those goals that I set.
Resolutions.
Those resolutions are still in the back of my mind. It makes it a little difficult to go with them now, but you know, it's just a lot, girl.
No, I get it. You know, like, you know, you have your real life situations that are, you know, that you deal with at home, and you don't want to bring that carry with you. And like, I get it. I 100% get it.
I'm like, this is just too much. And yeah, like it's true. You don't want your life to be defined as like, oh, that girl that just like has like, you know, like her life is fucked up. Like that's not what it's about. Like shit happens to everybody. Everybody is dealing with their own shit, girl. I'm very open about it, but if everybody was open about their shit, there's not one single person that's living their best life without anything that's like getting in the way.
We did want to acknowledge it because, you know,
of course
it was huge to us, but we obviously don't, you know, how Mayra said, we don't want to like talk about it too much. We don't want to get too emotional and stuff, like obviously. But yeah, that's some real shit that happened, because that's like a huge thing that happened for us going into.
I didn't deal well with it, so kind of wanted to go in with that and let you guys know that I finally started therapy, which is a big deal, girl. Like a big deal. And this is when I knew. I think it was literally like days in after Handsome, because I knew how fucked up it was gonna get me. Like I'm telling you, girl. Like I just knew. I was doing better, right? Like I was, you know, healing in a way. I never like to say fully healed because that's not realistic, but I was doing so well, like mentally. I thought it was like such an amazing year, right? So, you know, you're getting better. You know, I feel like my mind was like tunnel vision. I'm like, you're doing good. Like it was pure tunnel vision. And then for that,
we're seeing the light a little bit.
I was seeing the light a little bit, like full tunnel vision. And then for that to happen, so that completely, girl, shattered me to the ground. When I tell you, God forgive me, you know my heart, but I was saying things. I was insulting God. I was literally like
what the fuck? Yeah, you were.
Girl, you
were angry. You were angry with him.
I was so angry. I was so angry, and that upsets me now because I'm like, oh my God, in the last podcast I was saying how I wanted to get closer to God, and here I am like completely like,
well, you're also
cussing him out, girl. I'm like, oh my God, I was so angry.
You know,
yeah. So I'm like, oh my goodness, it's so crazy that every goal that I had for the next year, it's like, it was like the devil was like, no, it's not gonna go like that. So that's why I'm like, I don't know what's testing me, girl, but I'm not gonna give power to it. That's what I'm trying to say.
That part.
Anyways, so I knew, I was like, okay, this is gonna really tear me down. I was like, I need to get therapy. So
you guys, Mayra did it.
Listen up, y'all. BetterHelp. This ain't sponsored.
You guys,
this is actually not a sponsored. A little. What is it called?
No, yeah, this is not a part. We're not talking about
not part of the sponsor.
They have sponsored us.
Yeah.
But you actually seeked BetterHelp.
Yeah, this portion of the video is not sponsored, but I seeked BetterHelp, and Bitch, guess what I use? Chins and Giggles, the link.
Myra, I love how Myra.
Funny?
Myra was telling me, like, it was like a serious conversation. Like, I'm doing it. I'm making this meeting. Like, I'm signing up with BetterHelp. Like, finally, she was like, I'm finally doing it. And then she sends me like a little screenshot how she gives the Chins and Giggles code, and it was like funny,
And
like,
it's funny because like even on the site, like our like faces showed up. I
Our
was like, I can't
profile
take this
picture?
shit serious, girl.
our profile picture comes up like,
Yeah, and I'm always the kind to encourage like therapy. I mean, I'm always the kind that like encourages like self-care. I'm always the one that's like talk about your
Mental
feelings,
health.
journal, like, forms of therapy, but like actual therapy, I was never like for, which is so weird. Not that I wasn't for, I'm for it all, but I didn't feel ready.
You were not ready
Until I thought I was like, until
it was your last straw.
Until it was my last straw. I was like, I need help.
Yeah, Myra was
I'm
straight
going
up.
This is me being real, girl. She has gone through it, and let me tell you, she was going crazy. Okay, fully going crazy. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow or the day after.
You weren't going crazy. It's just that, handsome was literally your comfort and your grief and everything.
It's just, I was going crazy. We don't gotta sugarcoat it. Like, bitch, I was thinking things I've never thought before. Like, I needed help. Okay, and BetterHelp was there. So yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so you guys, when they actually say like try different therapists out, bitch, please.
Tell them about your first
experience. It could have been a deal breaker. Let me tell you.
Tell them about.
I love this. It asks like different questions, like if you're religious, if you're spiritual, what religion are you? Would you like your therapist to pray with you? Like that. I'm like, period.
To partner you with the best.
Do you want an older therapist? And I'm thinking like the older, the more knowledge,
wiser.
They've gone through a lot more than a young person. So the first one, I choose like someone random. I didn't really think about it. Like I was paired with somebody, and it tells you like their specialties, and her specialty didn't have grief in it. So I knew I was like, she didn't study. For
but you were open to the idea.
I was open to it. So she's like talking to me, and she wasn't doing much. She was doing some stuff, but
she was talking a lot of nothing.
She was reassuring me. That's it.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like, okay, this could have been like a call with a friend.
A call with me.
And not even that. Like, I feel like you would like actually encourage me, right? Okay. This is the where I'm going with it. I have heard people say that therapy does not work out for them, and I know why. Karina had called me and I was like, girl, it was not it. And I was like, I'm not going to give up. Like, I'm not. So the next week, I'm like going down the list. I'm like, I have to really do my research, girl. So I'm like, okay, this time they have to be older. Because at first I was like, I'm going to give them a try. Whoever is meant to be, So I got the lady that was older. She had 30 years of experience. I'm like, 30 years, girl. She's going to know exactly grief.
Her specialty was grief?
Yes.
It's me picking out every fucking donut. I'm sorry. I just want to get little pieces of each one.
Queen. Yeah, she was older. And she was Christian. She actually was. Like, I actually kind of like let it slip out of her because I was like, I know she's going to want to tell me what I want to hear. So she's like, yeah, no, I am a Christian. And the way she would talk, I was like, oh, no, you're educated, like, with the Bible. Like, you know what you're saying. I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't just say that. Like, you actually, like, read the Bible. I was like, queen. But yeah, we get on and already, like, like older ladies, when they talk, I'm like, oh, you're like my grandma, queen,
And she's very comforting with her words, nurturing.
Super like nurturing. I'm like, you're a queen. So the interesting part about this whole session was she ended up experiencing basically something similar through what I went through. Very similar. And I was flabbergasted. And I feel like we clicked really well because I'm not the kind of person that just like vents to you. I want to know about you and how you're feeling. I know it's like,
do you want like an
girl, why am I interviewing her, right?
But you want to like a both-ended conversation.
Yeah, okay. She kind of told me something a little bit about something that happened to her, and here I was like asking her questions, right?
Which was very similar. She also
it's
lost
a very
a son.
Similar situation. So I was asking her questions, and then she even had a moment where she laughed. She's like, I shouldn't be telling you like my stuff, but I'm glad you care and asked. But it gave us that connection because I was like, oh, you know exactly what I'm feeling. And then she would just bring up God, and she would talk about like how handsome was with Briancito in heaven. Yeah, I was like, oh, queen, like this is what I need to hear. She prayed for me and everything.
Oh my God, Queen. And you said you loved her, right? Like you loved the session. It was
I have
great.
a session with her tomorrow and I'm looking forward to it again, girl.
When Mayra hung up, she called me and she was so excited. She was like, I love this lady. I can't wait to talk to her again. I was like, I love that.
And she understood the connection I had with Handsome, because a lot of people don't understand like connections with dogs. And she understood that he was like literally my child. I was like, thank you for understanding and not thinking I'm crazy. So it was incredible, girl. But
that's amazing.
The update.
Guys,
therapy.
She did it. She seeked therapy. That's amazing. And I'm glad you did it when you were ready and not just people trying to tell you.
And maybe
like,
that's why I'm handling it like, you know, a little better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what's up, girl? I gave you my life update.
So that's kind of our update, honestly. Like, I feel like that was one of the biggest updates that happened in our life. Yeah. Aside from like the new year, you know, we got new year, new set. And we have a lot of plans. We have a lot of plans for the new year in general. We want to say Happy New Year to y'all because we haven't seen your beautiful faces on this podcast since last year. So we hope you guys let us know how you're doing with your New Year's resolutions. Like, are they still up in the air or what's going on?
I have a lot to say about my New Year's Go ahead.
Go ahead, girl.
Bitch, no, because I asked you your life update and I'm over here updating everything.
I feel like this has been the family's update.
Yeah.
This was the family update, honestly.
But have you like done any resolutions that you had said?
You know, I actually have. We have met with, you know, like how we've been meeting with people to get more organized with the brands and stuff. Okay. So that's been huge. We're trying to get more organized with like everything. But that's really it. And that's it, Gorge.
You know what I actually been doing, girl? She's been cooking up some meals.
Oh, you've been cooking more.
Girl, she's...
Bitch, I got a rice cooker recently.
She's in her señora era. And you got a rice cooker.
Girl, let me tell you, these rice cookers are life-changing. I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just us, I don't know, but I feel like in our household, my mom never used a rice cooker. She never used one.
Rice is really easy to make on its own. Maybe that's why.
No, I know, but in a lot of households, like rice cookers like is an absolute essential, and my mom had never used one before, so she never really taught us like about rice cookers. Until I started watching actual TikToks, you know, when like a lot of people would use rice cookers. And I was like, you know what? It's time to get a rice cooker, bitch, because it just looks so convenient. So I got one.
So it's like, it's necessary?
So convenient. Like, can I make rice on the stove? Absolutely.
What's the difference?
The difference is that you just throw it in there and it just does its thing. The specific one that I got is so cool.
I feel like that's kind of what rice is, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. Pero se puede quemar. You could burn it. It could stick.
It could stick.
With the rice cooker. The rice cooker, like you're gonna get perfect rice every time. The specific one I got, girl, I don't know if it's the specific one I got, bitch, but I don't even gotta put a timer on it.
Okay,
it just knows and measures like the moisture in there and knows when to stop cooking, bitch. Because there's times that I could add like a whole ass taza, a big ass bowl of rice with the water, or I could do a little taza, whatever. I don't gotta put a timer on it. The bitch stops when it's ready, period.
How does she know when she's ready?
I don't know. And I love it.
That's actually cool.
And I'm never turning back.
You know what I actually did get into recently? An air fryer, girl. And when I tell you, because remember that whack ass air fryer?
Okay,
so one day, I think Brian did it because like I was going through it with Handsome. So one day he just shows up with an air fryer. I was like, oh my god! So I think that's where my
love for cooking
came in, girl. I was like looking at different recipes.
And you know what? I've been noticing that you've been cooking a lot more, and I think you're like you're trying to like, which is good. You know, you're trying to.
I think I'm telling you, I'm tunnel vision right now, where I'm like. I'm
trying to be positive.
I'm trying to get back on that tunnel vision of like being positive. So I'm like, what can I do to distract myself? I'm cooking. She's cleaning.
You've been cooking up, Gorge.
She's been cleaning and everything, girl. I'm like, oh my god, she's really growing up. She's really growing up. I had like the goals I had. You know what's so funny? I told Brian the other day. Remember? I was like, oh my god, here I was like right with all these goals. And then the whole Handsome thing happened, and I was like, that's it. My fucking goal's out the window. And it's just so funny that, like, I was so desperate to, like, keep my mind, like, distracted and busy that I even ended up accomplishing those goals even sooner. Because I was like, oh, my God, what do I do?
Distracted.
That I was like, oh, my God, this actually pushed me to do my goals even more because I'm actually keeping my mind so busy that I'm, like, fully doing all the goals I had.
Wow.
Girl, I cooked, what was it?
You've been cooking up some real fucking meals, bitch. They look good.
What was the first meal?
I'll be watching your stories like I'm about to pull up to this bitch's house because
it's good. Hold on. I had
you made picadillo.
I made picadillo.
You made caldo de pollo one day.
Caldo de pollo. I made tinga, and then I made
Period.
yesterday like papas con huevos. I don't know.
This is like
simple meals, super easy meals.
yeah.
But I'm like, girl, why does everything seem so complicated when you see it from afar, and when you do it, and you're like, it just took that.
I feel like cooking looks more complicated, and then you actually start doing it, and you're like, this is actually like, yeah, it's really
Piece
easy.
of cake, girl.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy, and that's when you learn. Like, when you really want to learn something, you do it,
Period.
and that's it.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you're at your best, you can accomplish great things. But sometimes life can get tough and you may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in the way that you want to. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you. Because when you feel empowered, you're more prepared to take on anything that life throws at you. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/chinsandgiggles today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/chinsandgiggles. Right now that you said you were like, wow, we're really growing up. Bitch, we're about to be 29, like in like literally in a couple weeks, Mayra. I forget that my birthday's coming up.
29 doesn't seem right.
No, it doesn't. My skin's crawling.
Girl, 29 is like 30.
It's 30. 30 junior, girl.
I saw on TikTok something like 27 seems weird.
29 seems weirder.
29 is like, girl, you're 30.
Oh my God. And I just want to say 30 is not old, okay?
It's
30
not.
is not old, but when you really are in that position...
All the people older than us cringing, like, girl.
No, but really, I have heard that the 30s are the best years.
I heard
a lot of people, my parents, I've asked my mom, mom's in her 50s, and I asked her what were the best years or what are the best years, and she's like 30s, hands down.
You know that's true, girl.
30s, because you're still young, but you have so much more knowledge. When you're in your 20s, even me thinking myself at 21 compared to right now at 28.
She was a different girl.
But she was a child, a teenager mindset.
Yeah, okay, that's where I think I'm trying to click with that. I'm like, I feel like older. Like, you not just feel it, but like you start acting older. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my God, I was just watching our videos. Remember I told you? Mm-hmm. Like a few years ago, the way we talk, I was like cringing. I mean, I know we still do talk really like cringy, but I was like, so what's good and all this shit. I was like, who are you trying to fight, girl?
You're having talk like that.
No, but like it was so
we literally talk like that right now.
No, I know, Karina, but it was very like, ew, girl, shut up.
I used to say like, yes. Shook. Queen. I used to say shook a lot. Like, oh my God. I mean, I probably
still talk very similar. Like, I feel like we have a whole lingo.
We still do
lingo, but
it always changes though.
I mean, we do say a lot of cringy stuff now, but yeah, I don't know, girl. She was different. I was like, oh my God.
I know.
Even the way we dressed,
everything.
Like, can I just say, I don't like. I'm throwing all my crop tops away. Everything, girl. Yeah. I know I'm wearing one right now. You can't even tell, but my whole wardrobe. I'm like, take.
She gotta go.
She's a clean girl.
Gotta go,
girl. Like all this stuff.
I'm still here for the cheetah.
Like the neons and stuff. I'm not here for it, girl.
It's because trends change every year, Mayra. That's just what it is. Not your style. It's the trend.
But I'm thinking like the skinny jeans with the crop shirts. Like I'm over it, girl.
Okay,
it's the trends, but it's just funny. Like, you know, like I want to be like more tapada now.
I feel like you're very clean girl aesthetic right now.
I'm trying to just cover up.
You're like, I'm just trying to be like the Gen Z girlies on TikTok.
Like I feel like I want to be like the clean girl mom on TikTok.
Yeah.
Clean girl aesthetic. Oh, iconic.
Like that one TikTok, like, oh, thank you for keeping me.
You girls keep me young.
You girls keep
like
me
the
young.
Gen Zs.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
like,
true.
Oh, iconic. Love
like, it. Like the Stanley Cup, bitch. I want one.
I want it, and it's so ugly. I've always thought it was so ugly. And like, shout out to the Gen Zs because ain't nobody wearing heels nowadays. And thank you.
That part, bitch. That part.
Who wears heels, girl?
Not me, bitch.
Like, no, because no, like even a nice ass fit, a heels, like
bitch, just put on some cute Air Forces. You're
like,
good
for real. They really stepped it up.
I like that right now, like the thinnies
that era.
Like, yes, because I'm so over the heels, girl.
The era is iconic, girl.
But the fact that we're gonna be 29, and I feel like our birthday is in such a weird time because like it's right in the beginning of the year. It's like in February, so like when the holidays are coming up, I always get excited because I'm like, Christmas is coming up, New Year's is coming up, Valentine's Day. Like
the birthday just hits like randomly.
the birthday just comes. I literally don't think about it at all until I'm
your
in
birthday.
mid-January and I'm like, my birthday's in 2 weeks, and I completely forgot it was coming up.
What are we doing?
I couldn't tell you, girl.
I don't think we're doing anything, girl.
I
What's
don't
happening?
think we're doing shit. Our birthday's on February 8th, Gorge.
It is.
You know what? I could see my mom making tamales or something for us that day, which I'm here for.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's really it. I'm planning a Vegas trip, but that's until like March for Raul's birthday. But for our actual birthday, I don't.
She's
even
like,
know.
Raul, I'm planning your birthday. I just like, why? I think that was shade, y'all.
Like, right? Like, what are you gonna do for me?
No, but we don't have any plans. But it's okay.
And you know what's hard about being twins?
What?
That
oh my God, I know.
every time you think about your birthday, you're like, do I make plans? Like, I can't make plans. We gotta make plans together because we share a birthday. Have you ever thought of that?
I have.
I
Yeah,
know
well,
that-
last year, remember you wanted to get a party bus, and I wasn't even like in party mode. I mean, I did get a little lit, but
No, I get it.
but I
though.
was like, I don't feel like partying. And then you went to a party. I'm like, oh my God, it's our birthday. That's so fucked up for her to not do anything because I don't want to do anything. So we
No,
went,
but-
and it was a great time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to think like
You
together.
kind of have to think together because, okay, for example, at the warehouse, you know, I see my girls every day at the warehouse, like the ones that work with us, and they were talking like, what are you gonna do for your birthday? Let's go here, let's go there. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing for my birthday, girl. So maybe like if they take me somewhere, like I'm down, you know?
Yeah.
But like I really feel like as a twin, like you kind of gotta plan shit together. Like how the fuck do you?
But
just
it's
plan-
okay. Like if I don't want to go, like you shouldn't feel
of
like, oh my God, I
course.
can't celebrate my birthday.
No, I get it, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
I do think that regardless, like on your actual birthday, we should do something together. Like even if my mom makes us just tamales with a little cake moment, maybe the
Yeah.
next day I go out or something.
Like what happens on our birthday? Do I tell you happy birthday or
I think we do tell each other happy birthday, like jokingly. We'll be like, happy birthday, queen.
all awkward? Like why?
We do. We text each other at midnight.
Like,
we'll
happy
be like,
birthday?
happy birthday.
Like why?
We do that.
Isn't that funny?
We do though.
It's kind of weird, huh?
It's a little weird, girl.
Sharing birthdays. Anyways, yeah, birthday's coming up, Queen. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of the queen, Beyonce.
Oh my gosh, she's so extra. I love it. Well, Dubai is extra as fuck.
Dubai is extra. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
She had a whole performance in Dubai. Of course, Dubai, right? Like, isn't it like
Period.
one of the wealthiest countries, girl?
I think it is.
Oh my God. It was so extra. But the funniest thing is that there's so much footage and there was not phones allowed, girl.
There was no phones allowed.
There was
in it?
you were not supposed to record. That's how private and like iconic it was supposed to be.
Oh my god.
Nobody was supposed to film the concert.
Is that why I saw TikTok? It said like it was like a meme saying like Beyonce after seeing all the angles, and it was her like saying like block them and report them. Or
yes,
shit like that.
and then there's like memes of like supposedly like random footage that people grab of like fucking cops showing up to the house. Like if you watch the video, I'm like, bitch, what is
fucking
going
hilarious.
on? But yeah,
That's iconic, though.
She had an amazing performance. I mean, she literally was like throwing up in the sky
it
and
was
all.
the
girl.
yelling for me, bitch. I was here for it.
Did you see the the vocals?
The
Did you
vocals,
see,
bitch.
Did
The
you
vocals.
see that apartment? It's like an apartment, and you see all the fireworks, and you just hear like her vocals going off.
No way.
I'm like, damn, she was really in the whole city, girl.
She really did that shit.
It was so
dude.
extra, but honestly,
Beyonce is like untouchable. Like, is she the queen of the
doesn't
world?
she have a song?
Like,
Untouchable, untouchable.
no, but is she like the
Or
actual?
was
queen?
that not her? Is that Rihanna? Oh my god, I don't know.
Oh my god, I'm so horrible. Listen,
Do you
I don't know
remember
their
that
songs.
Rihanna? Y'all, little topic change. Remember Rihanna when we first saw her at that LA
the
County
LA County
Fair?
Fair.
Yeah, this was before she was like Rihanna.
She
Riri,
was,
bitch.
she was singing that one song. It was when her song Pond to Replay came out. It was that one big hit
Wow.
song. So she was at LA County Fair. It
We
was
were little
good.
girls.
She's a queen.
Oh my god, I know I'm going off topic, but another big deal, Rebelde.
Oh my god.
Have they announced the tickets for LA?
Yes, they're going. I believe they're going to be here in LA in October.
Oh, they're sold out already, huh?
I don't know. I don't think they're out yet. Aren't
They're
they
not
for,
out yet for sale.
They're not on sale yet, bitch.
Friday.
They're coming out when this podcast comes out.
Okay, everybody's like all about it, right? But I'm thinking like, but
Rebelde
did you bitches
concert.
really go to a concert? Because we did when we were
I
little.
don't want these. Okay, there's little kids that are into Rebelde.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want y'all there, bitch. That ticket is reserved for me. If you're over 25, I'm good.
It's reserved for the real ones.
Because we were actually like
were
hardcore
there.
fans. If you were not collecting the little Rocaleta stickers and all that shit, bitch, I don't want to see you there.
Yes,
period.
girl.
Because they're gonna sell out so fast, and it's a damn shame that these new bitches want to just hop on the trend.
Yeah, girl, that's what I'm saying.
Because there's people that really are just gonna go for the
Because
hype.
me and Karina were like real Rebelde fans. I was a huge. I had a huge crush on Diego.
Diego was my man.
He was daddy girl. What was the other
Absolutely.
guy that people loved and I wasn't
Miguel.
for? Miguel. Yeah, I was like, okay.
He
I
was
here
for Diego. No, but Diego was like, wow.
Like we had posters, right? Like I think I would kiss the poster girl.
I used to kiss the poster.
For what, girl?
Would you kiss it like when nobody saw you?
Did I kiss it?
Because I kissed it a couple times, girl, when no one was looking.
Period. She's like, you saw it was a little slobbery.
She was living her best life at 10
I'm
years
dead.
old with that
No,
poster.
wait. What was y'all doing?
No, that's not so bad. No, I would just kiss it, and I really was feeling the
She was
butterflies.
like, I was experimenting, girl. Imagine
No,
like
I
what
was,
is
like
going
that
on?
little kissing that poster board gave me the butterflies. I'll tell you that.
He was an icon. Like I didn't understand the hype for Miguel. Or wait, is that him?
Yes.
Miguel.
People gonna be like, bitch, you a rebel.
No, bitch. I mean, he wasn't my crush, so give me a fucking break, girl.
But like, bitch, it's been 15 years, yeah.
So, anyways, we went to their concert, and this is so funny because, like, oh my god, it was so extra for what?
I saw a TikTok.
Do you remember, like, when I'm? Go ahead.
I don't know. I saw that TikTok of the one little kid movie, the Turning Red, where she's like crying at the concert, and it says me at the Rebelde concert. I would literally remember being at the Rebelde concert at 10 years old,
tearing,
crying, singing like
when Mia started.
Yeah,
when Mia started that song. Oh my god, the flashes.
Bitch, I remember seeing them come up from the stage.
And just me mente. That song. Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember.
So, okay, I just want to give them a little visual. So, this is when my parents had the restaurant. I remember the night before we were making the poster. Luis is, creative. He's always been extra as shit. He's like putting like a whole poster, remember? Because we really thought they were going to see it from like miles
we were
away,
in
girl.
the fucking back.
We were in the back all the way to the corner, girl. And we literally had the posters. We made our outfits, girl. Remember your boobs? They were cut.
No.
Talk about that freaking. Talk about Mean Girls. You were the one trendsetting at 8 years old.
Stop. No, it was
yeah.
I had a red bra on, and it had it was like a white tank on
Luis
top.
cut it.
And it had like slits so that you could see like the red popping through.
Yeah.
She was feeling like that bitch.
She was
a little thick
was
of
a
that
trendsetter.
10 years old.
Yeah, she was wearing that.
I think we have a picture.
The poster, Roberta was on a motorcycle and she was wearing a muscle shirt with the red bra with the cuts. So we were trying to replicate her outfit.
Okay, yeah, we were trying to replicate her outfit.
Oh
She's
my
a
God.
fucking queen.
Oh,
She was my favorite.
She was. I used to draw. You
She
used
was
to
my
draw her
favorite.
too, huh?
We used to draw her.
And I got pretty good at drawing her.
She is a fucking queen. She's the reason I did my red hair era.
We did our hair because of her.
Yeah. Of course, that was when we were like old enough. We were only like fucking 14, but
Oh my
once
God, I
I
was
was old
obsessed with
enough,
her.
once I was old enough, I went back straight to her picture like this what I want, bitch.
She's
It's
still
the
that
hair I
bitch, girl.
want.
She's still that bitch.
Bitch,
That girl's
I might just do my hair red for the concert. Imagine.
girl.
And you know what? At that age, I remember wanting
I wanted my nose pierced because of her too, and I pierced it because of her.
period. Do you remember like wanting to wear like the rebelde fucking like school?
Didn't we have? Didn't
uniform?
we wear like skirts and stuff? With
We
it?
did, but we DIY'd it because we couldn't afford like the actual uniforms. Bitch, I'm showing up in the uniform.
Oh, I'm pulling up with a star on my forehead.
Period, bitch.
The blonde wig. Oh wait, I have blonde hair.
Oh my God. Yes, you go as her and I'll go as Roberta.
We need to pull up that picture. If we have it, we could post
We
it on
do.
here.
I know Andrea's mom posted it one time on Facebook.
And we really thought we were so cute with our fits, bitch. And I
Bitch,
look
I
back,
looked a
I'm like,
mess.
y'all are fucking 8-year-olds, girl. You really
looked
thought
like-
Megan was gonna look at you from miles away. And girl, for what? I saw a TikTok like of a little girl. She's like, like the cringy videos. Like, what was I thinking? Some girl was like, no, for real. Why did I go to a Justin Bieber concert at 8 years old and shaved her? Like, what were you thinking, girl? You was gonna hook up with Justin Bieber? I'm so confused.
What in the fucking world?
She literally she like shaved down there, and she was like an 8-year-old going to a Justin Bieber concert because she was so convinced he was gonna fall for her. I'm thinking like, is this what every little kid's been I mean, let me tell you what. I thought Miguel was gonna lock eyes with me.
Miguel or Diego?
Oh my Miguel, bitch, what is going on? Okay, bye. Imagine
We were. Listen,
deal.
we are ready
We're ready, girl.
And I'm fighting bitches. I'm fighting little bitches for those tickets.
Do we know if it's this year or like the year after?
It's this year. It's October. It's until October.
Ooh.
Yeah, Maite Perroni is actually pregnant right now, so they're gonna start later on. She actually just announced her pregnancy recently.
No way.
So that's why they're doing October.
Period.
So
Oh
we're
my
here for
god.
it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's up with the Shakira thing? Because of course I know the new song that came out, and she's talking about like, you know, the Pique or Pique. Bitch, I'm horrible at lyrics. The point is like, you know, her man cheats, but they're not together, right? They got divorced like.
Girl, I'm so bad with celebrity
Do you know,
news.
Crystal? Okay. So Shakira got like divorced prior or whatever, but the whole cheating thing. Listen, I don't know much details, you guys. So please don't come for me. I should have done some more research on this, but I wanted to touch base on that because, you know, like her whole song came out and all that. And I was actually just talking about it with my friends. We're like, y'all, like, do you believe that every man cheats? And then when you ask that question, like, does every man cheat? I feel like it's so broad and just like so easy to answer. You'd be like, no, every guy's different. But do you feel, we were talking about how like
everybody's capable of it? Yeah.
Do you feel like every man is capable of it, or like
I think anybody is capable?
Because you think about it and you're like, no, I know my man, he wouldn't cheat. Let's talk like on the wider scale. Like, eventually, do you feel like a man would cheat? I'm talking I think 30 years down the road. Or something.
I think women and men are very capable of it.
Of course, yeah. This is not just to like, you know, just put men and say men, but I only say it because, you know, typically a lot of times like that's what you hear.
Yeah.
And I think that the reason that people say men cheat more is, you know, how like girls, we're very emotional. Yeah, and I feel like for us, we have to like fall for somebody to like get physical.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot for guys, like they're more like straight to the physical, and sometimes there's no emotion behind it, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that could be like, is that an actual fact? Please let us know in the comments, because I feel like women are just more emotional. I think women
are more like emotional.
And like for a woman to cheat, she got to be fully disconnected from you already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like for a guy, I feel
like that on a TikTok. Like for a woman to move on, bitch, she's moved on.
She had this connection with you.
Done.
Because for her to like cheat on you, I feel like women are so emotionally involved. Like I don't see, you know, most people like me. I can't just see myself just like going and doing that. Like because I'm not emotionally attached to someone. I would have to be emotionally attached to you, like to really like you to like do stuff with you. Mm-hmm. So, and I feel like for men, a lot of times like they could like go like fuck another bitch and like they don't even have emotions attached. So
yeah,
that could be why.
Maybe that could be why too, because I think temptation is real, like both sides.
Sure.
Like you can't say that you haven't seen a guy cuter than Raul or like vice versa.
Yeah,
so it's like it's temptation is a real thing. It's just that girls, I think, have more self-control of it because there's emotions attached to it.
Yeah, I feel like every single person, you know, guys and girls, no matter who you are, you could definitely acknowledge someone's like being pretty or someone being attractive. Period. Mm-hmm. And if you see someone and, you know, I know that if I see a pretty girl, like I know Raul's going to see her and think she's pretty, of course, but it's like the action.
Like I know a baddie when I see one. I know Brian's going probably a double take.
And it goes the same for guys. It goes the same way for straight men. If a straight guy can't see another straight man and another man and say like he is attractive, like you got fucking sexuality issues going on that you can't admit, like that guy is handsome.
Yeah, well, girls are more like open to like, oh my god, that girl's so pretty. The guys are like, damn, that guy's cute. Like they're not gonna say that.
Everybody,
are you the kind that tells Raul like, oh, this girl's pretty, huh? Like, do you do that?
I don't like tell him like, oh, she's pretty, huh? I don't say that, but maybe I have.
No, I feel like I'm very like, oh my god, maybe like she's a queen, huh? You know, like very like
maybe some people like, you know, like when like referring to like
oh my
a celebrity.
God, her ass is fucking goals.
Maybe like a celebrity.
Like, I guess I'm thinking like Bayern.
Maybe a celebrity, but I'm not gonna pull somebody out of like
no,
like so.
No, not you just asking for something, girl.
You know
I ain't doing that shit. No, that's fucking weird. No, but yeah, like I'm very, you know.
Maybe a celebrity, like damn, oh my god, like I don't know, Kim Kardashian looks so good.
Who is Raul's celebrity crush?
Okay, so as an adult, he's never told me about a celebrity crush. I just know that when he was little, his celebrity crush was Jessie from Jessie, the Disney show. Debbie Ryan.
Period.
I'm like, she's cute. I get it. You know, she's a queen. So that was, and now as an adult, he doesn't really talk about anybody except some girl named Karina Garcia.
Damn, she's
some
a queen.
Fat bitch that makes slime.
Like what? He wants some of that.
He wants some of that homemade slime gorge.
Brian's is Shakira. I'm like, period.
Oh my God.
And you know what? That's good taste. I'm shocked. I'm like,
she's really pretty.
Period. Because
taste.
Yeah. Do you ever like randomly think like his exes and stuff? Because I don't know how Brian's exes look. So I'm like, do you have a taste? Do you not? I don't know. So like Shakira, I'm like, oh wow, queen. You know, like she's a fucking queen.
Have you ever seen one of Brian's exes and you're like,
no, I haven't. I feel like guys are not like picky like that. Like when they will fuck a bitch with a fucking bag over their head, they ain't kidding, girl. Like that's why I'm like, are you picky?
Men
Were you not
sometime-
picky? And you know
what? I know what you mean. Sometimes they'll be
curious.
like cheating, and you see the person they're cheating with, and you're like, "Come on, you gonna lose your whole family over that bitch?" Like, what the fuck? You know, you do see sometimes, and you're like, "Girl, what happened here?"
Yeah, I doubt. Yeah,
it's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know Brian's taste, honestly. But you know how girls just have like an eye, like they know, like guys, like you can literally, like how they say, you can walk in with a black eye and your man wouldn't notice, or like
literally
little things, like you can walk in with your haircut and they wouldn't even notice you got a haircut.
Sometimes I'll like, you know, when you're removing your makeup with like a wipe. Like sometimes I did this one time where like I was like my eyes were like literally all fucking crazy. Like I did it on purpose because
notice.
I thought it looked funny, so I did it on purpose. And I walked into the room. He didn't fucking bat an eye, bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
He thought I was still wearing makeup.
That's what I'm saying, girl. I'm like, I don't even know, like
raccoon looking bitch, and he was like,
I could probably walk in with like half my hair curled and half straightened, and he wouldn't even know. Like I feel like guys are not visual like that.
That's so funny.
Brian over here shaking his head like, girl, Brian.
It's true,
but they're not. And then it's funny because I came across a TikTok actually recently. Like, what is it with guys not like being like they don't conversate? It's like
maybe
it was like a perfect example. It was like, some girl was like, why did my husband just tell me a couple days ago he caught on fire at work, and he just told me right now? And I'm like,
my God.
They do that shit.
Literally, my suegra will be telling me just like, you know, normal things going on in their family or just things.
That part.
And she's like, you didn't know, and I'm like, your son doesn't tell me shit.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, you didn't tell me this, and he'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't think you care. I'm like, I literally tell you when I fucking fart. Like
you could like break a leg and you won't tell me that you literally almost died. Like what? Like they're not like that. I feel like us women, like we tell them everything about our day.
I think it depends on the person.
But well, I don't know. The comments, everybody was like, oh my God, yes. Like, why are men like this? And I'm like, they are like that. Like you, like the craziest thing could happen and they'll bring it up naturally to you like another day. Like, oh yeah, that did happen. And you're like, that was so big of a deal. Why didn't you tell me that?
I know what you mean. Yeah, Raul does that shit all the time. But yeah, I guess
but he don't got to talk.
I guess it goes back to that question, like how, because we never answered it. Like,
what was
we
the question?
think like every man cheats.
Oh,
but okay, I always tell Raul.
Look, listen, I like to be realistic.
No, okay. For example, here's a great example. What is the percentage of like marriages ending in divorce? Isn't it like 60%? It's
really
like
big.
more, right? Is it
really
60,
big.
70? It's more than 50, bitch.
A lot more people are getting divorced.
You know,
nowadays.
you always say you're like, but it couldn't be me, right? Because we're like fucking 5 years in. Now look at that time frame and then think of like lifetime, right? Yeah. And that's when you really think you're like, I could never see that happening. Like absolutely not.
I don't know, girl. Sometimes I feel like I'm really realistic. I tell Brian, I'm like, you can just shock yourself, because he's very like, I wouldn't, and I'm like, no, like you could.
I just feel like you hear about situations where you're just like, you really would never think that of some people.
Yeah.
And then it happens and you're like, holy shit, maybe I'm too young into my marriage to like really understand shit like that.
Yes.
And you think about how like it just wouldn't happen. And sometimes shit happens. It's just crazy. Yeah. I feel like let us know in the comments, you guys. And I think this could go with like, obviously either or, like the girl or the guy. But I feel like in a marriage or just in a relationship, it doesn't have to be a marriage, in a relationship that is like, you know, like your lifelong partner, what are the chances of one of them fucking up eventually? I'm talking I'm talking decades, bitch. I'm not talking about 5-10 years. I'm talking decades. And that's some crazy, time will fucking tell, and that's a fact.
Oh God, no.
That's crazy, huh?
I'm petty. So Brian, I'm petty. I'm gonna let the whole world know. Like, I'm so petty. I don't know what I think about these scenarios all the time. Anyways, yeah. Speaking of men, Kanye is married again, girl.
Kanye West.
When did he get married?
Gets fucking remarried.
When did he?
Recently, very recently. Let me read about it.
But like, how long has he been with this girl?
2 months, I believe. After 2 months, they got married.
So, what?
Kanye West has married Yeezy architect. So she worked on the Yeezy team. Bianca Sensory, 2 months after his divorce from Kim Kardashian was finalized. The rapper 45 is said to have held a private ceremony with Bianca, and the pair have been spotted wearing wedding rings. Kanye was first pictured wearing his wedding band last week, with sources saying the ring symbolizes his commitment to her following the ceremony. What? When I first heard about this, I was like, ain't no fucking way. It is confirmed. He did, in fact, get married.
What?
Yeah. And I'm just thinking, like, holy shit, what happened? Because, like, I feel like,
2 months?
he could do whatever the fuck he wants, but I just feel like he's, I don't know, it's just crazy. I'm just thinking Kim Kardashian, she's like, what's she thinking?
Well, wasn't she like married for like a month or something too?
I mean, yeah, I get it. I feel like Kim Kardashian, I saw her on a podcast recently. I don't know if you watched that podcast where she was just talking like so positively about Kanye. Queen. I feel like she's happy for him. I feel like in her mind,
really good.
I could see her being happy for him. Like, well, I'm glad that he found like happiness, so that hopefully his state of mind is a little bit better, because he does have like, he goes through it a lot, and then he like goes on his rampages and stuff. So I'm thinking she's probably just thinking like, whoo, I don't gotta deal with this shit anymore.
She's like, I got him off me already. Whoo,
I mean, I feel like that's what she's thinking. Like,
I mean, if he's happy, go off, queen.
Yeah, period. Like, I was shocked. I was like, oh, like
they both moved on like already. So
I just feel like with Kanye, he's so vocal, and he's so vocal about his wife and like the shit that she does. I just feel like if this was Kim remarrying, he would have gone on a fucking like,
oh, he's going crazy, girl.
He would have gone on a rant and talked about, see, I told you guys, like, she's remarried now. You know how he's always like talking about the family and stuff like that? I feel like if this was the other way around, he would have been like, I told you guys, like, and he would have gone on a whole rampage. Mm-hmm. But it's just crazy. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, good for him. I mean, maybe it's like really good for him.
Yeah, but I just thought it was crazy.
Off, but it is a little crazy. I would
like,
be a little offended if like, I got divorced and Brian was like married in 2 months, girl. I'd be like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But I mean, hey.
But also the divorce, like, Mayra, the divorce settling.
I mean, they were like, I mean, she was freaking dating the other guy already.
It takes over a year.
Yeah.
She was already dating too.
They're moved on. Like, can we just be happy for them that they moved on?
That's
period.
True. Yeah. They did
starting their new life. Like,
that's good.
Like, it was toxic as fuck. It's good that they're settling. Mm-hmm. Good for him.
As long as they're co-parenting and stuff, that's really all that matters. And honestly, no matter what they go through, like Kim never has anything bad to say about him, which is incredible.
That's amazing.
But yeah, new year, new fucking set. What are our goals this year? Have we been like on top of them? Like what's coming? Oh my God, we have so many things we're working on with like the brands that we're so excited, guys.
Girl.
And they're finally in the works. Like finally. I know the last time we talked to you guys, we were talking about how like, with our brands, how we want to get more organized, or like with Jimena Cosmetics, how like we were like on pause. But this year has really been like, we've been meeting with like actual people that are going to help us get on track.
Yes, girl.
This month alone has been so productive.
It has been. It actually has been.
Super productive. So
very.
A lot of fun things coming, and I'm just excited to be back on the podcast.
I know, me too. I was looking forward to it, girl.
I missed it.
Me too.
I was like seeing comments, people saying like, oh my God, I missed you guys' podcast. And I didn't realize, like, I actually feel like it kind of went by quick. The 4 weeks.
It felt like a long. I think it felt long. The break.
I missed it. I was watching old episodes.
Me too.
So now we're back,
up, girl.
Yeah,
like as a third person.
I was
like, I love them. Like, why? What is going on? All fangirling them. Like, no, I really was. I like to do that. Like, I like to like. Look at me as a third person, like what impression I would get off of them. Like, why?
I was watching
and I was watching us and I was like, oh my God, they're so funny. Like, why?
Playing games,
that sex one? Oh
shit,
my goodness.
Funny.
Girl, that was hilarious.
That shit was funny, girl. We gotta have more sex conversation.
Yeah, that one was really funny. But
anyways, guys, that's it for episode 1.
Well, are we counting it as episode 1?
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What the fuck is wrong with me? Episode 41. What am I saying?
41. Oh my God.
It's the first episode of season 2, but it's not episode 1. I don't know why I said that. Sorry.
This season is going to be iconic. We have so many amazing ideas for you guys.
So many plans for this season. Y'all ain't fucking ready, bitch.
Y'all are not ready, girl. We got a lot of good things up our sleeve.
Yes. And, we got the whole new set. Let us know what you guys think about the set. Yes. We were a little nervous about it.
Yeah, let us know.
But
But thank you guys for tuning in, episode 41, and we will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.